Welcome to this look at the new Antonio Carraro pack on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. The Antonio Carraro pack is here. This is pack 1 from the year 1 season pass. Now, if you don't have the season pass, you can download it, you can buy it as a separate DLC. It's €9.99. Obviously that will vary depending on where you are in the world. If you want to buy the season pass is $39.99. Now there are going to be 4 packs that come out in the year 1 season pass. This is pack 1, with various different things in each pack, culminating in an expansion and that kind of thing. It should work out that if you pay $39.99 and you get all of the DLCs, you're going to get more than your money's worth. My worry is that if it's $39.99, this pack was $9.99. You're going to end up paying what it would have done anyway. But you should gain. That's the whole point of the season pass, is you'll gain. But anyway, this is the first pack. 10 vehicles, primarily designed for use in orchards, vineyards, those kind of things. Lower horsepower, tight turning circles, small widths, can get in and out of all sorts of nooks and crannies. But they're not just for those things. Hill work, things again, mowing, all sorts of jobs. They will take on all different jobs. Not only that, they are gorgeous tractors. A little bit about the company. You know, if I do these things, I always throw a little bit in there. So at the age of 20, Giovanni Carraro started the company in 1910. He was 20 years old, and built the first multi-purpose agricultural machine. He develops his blacksmith's workshop into a little industrial plant where he makes sewing machines, and then he starts creating tractors as well. That carries on for a while. In 1960, Antonio, the youngest of his 6 sons, founds the company, Antonio Carraro di Giovanni. And the first of their single-axle tractors, the Scarabeo, is then developed. Moving on from there, they move into a niche market, and that niche market is 20 to 100 horsepower tractors. 4 driving wheels, so they're all four-wheel drive, and they become a kind of I suppose, a sector leader in that kind of area. They pour a load of money into research and development, and then from 1990 to 2000, they move into ground care as well. So doing things like golf course, like green maintenance, roadways, urban cleaning. Again, they're small. They can get in and out of smaller areas. They're very versatile bits of kit. And then moving forward from 2000 to now, they had Porsche consulting with them to kind of bring them, I don't know, not up to date, I suppose, maybe, but to look at how the challenges of the modern worldwide market. So Porsche have been working with them. And I'll be honest, when you look at some of the designs of some of these things, whether Porsche had any influence on the design of them, I mean, oh, wow. I mean, yeah. If you're not going to do any vine work, any orchard work, any, olives or grapes, you can still use these. They're not too expensive either. If that's not your cup of tea and you're not going to do any of that stuff at all, and you're looking at this thinking, well, it's not really something I'm interested in, that's fair enough. But in all honesty, have a look anyway. Even if you just look at how nice they are. So the logo for Antonio Carraro is 4 horses. It's taken from a like Greek mythology, and the 4 horses are on there to symbolise history, power, value, and beauty. The 4 horses also, being that they do 4-wheel drive vehicles now, it's kind of, and the logo has been updated regularly over time to make it a more modern looking thing. But yeah, I mean, that's just a tiny little bit about the history of the company. There's obviously loads more. So what do we get in this pack? Well, starting at this end, we have this. I can't stop smiling. When I was driving them out here, they're brilliant. We've got the Super Tigra 635. This is 7 slots on console. We'll have a look at them all in the store in a minute with all the options available. Then we'll drive each one and we'll get to listen to them. Next to that, we have got the Tigra Car 3200 GST. That's 8 slots on console. A couple of configurations. I've got another one over there as well. Next to that, we have got the TTR 4400. Then we've got the TTR 7600 Infinity. Sorry, that's 8 slots. This one's 11 slots. We've got a cab, the first of the ones in the pack that will have a cab. This one, oh man, this is just unbelievable. So this is the TGF 10900R, 10 slots. It looks like it's moving at 100 miles an hour standing still, doesn't it? Look at that design, the sweep on that roof. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Then we've got the Tony 10900TR, 10 slots. We've got the Tony 10900SR, 10 slots. These all have slightly different characteristics. Moving from, I think, about, is it here or here? These are all 98 horsepower tractors. But they all have various different designs and obviously, I would say, different capabilities and things like that. Then we move on to the Tony 10900 TTR. Then we've got the Mark IIR and the Mark IVR. Lovely. So let's have a look at them in the store. You'll find all of these under small tractors. So starting with the Super Tigra 635, 7,500, that's all. It's only a 35 horsepower tractor. You can do a few little bits and bobs. There's some low horsepower equipment out there knocking around. Options on this, we can have Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, Vredestein and back again. I don't think there's any options within those. It's just those tyre choices. So Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, yeah, Vredestein, back again. License plate option, if you should choose it, 35 horsepower. The Tigra car 3200 GST. Slot counts always all come down from 1 from what I previously said. This has a back on it, 890 litre if you want to have the back on it. It's 19 horsepower. It reminds me a little bit of the little buggies during World War II. They used to drop in with the parachute regiment, the airborne forces. Those little buggies, it was basically just a frame, an engine and wheels kind of thing. It's that kind of thing. So you can have platform, no, or yes. So you can have a bale loading platform which comes with straps, or you can have the back which has a capacity. Those two options. Extension, yes, you can put that, well, head protection. Stop stuff slamming into you. Yes or no. We can have wide tyres or narrow tyres. I say narrow, standards, wide or standards. Then we can change the rim colour. Now on all of these, the rim colours we've got standard, silver, so it's like that, grey and black are the rim colour choices, I think, pretty much on all of them. And then we've got license plate option on that one too. The TTR 4400, we're moving up a little bit, 19 grand for the last one, 25 grand for this one. This is 38 horsepower, we're moving up, getting onto the big guns. We've got the option of, again with this, Trelleborg, Vredestein and back again. Oh, just two, Trelleborg and Vredestein. We've got standard, twins, under the Vredestein, standard or twins. So again, for hill work, if you're going to be slightly tipped, mowing, things like that, again, front mower or small mower or mulcher or, you know, all those kinds of things. Rim colour, same options, the 4 we can choose from. Then we move to the TTR 7600 Infinity. Price is going up a bit more now, 57,500. This is a 75 horsepower tractor. We can have a 3-point link on the front of this one, like that, or not. We can have Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, back again. We've got standards and wheel weights, twins, and back. I think that's the same on all of them. Pretty sure. Yep. Then back to Trelleborg. Now, if you don't have the 3-point link, you can just have a bull bar. So you can have the bull bar, but not the 3-point link. Or if you start at the top, if you get the 3-point link, the bull bar is already attached, as you can see. So that's your choice. Then you've got front weight. Now, this is interesting. The front weights, rather than go on the front, they put them on the sides. You've got these little weights that bolt onto the sides. See those? So we can have 200 kilogram, 400 kilogram, 600 kilogram, or off. And then rim colour again on that. So this is the first of them, like I said, when we looked at the previous ones with cab. Plus we've got a beacon on the top. I mean, it's a personal thing, isn't it? People might look at these and think, oh, they're ugly, they're awful. You know, they look. I personally, I think they look amazing. They're gorgeous looking things. So move on to the TGF 10900R, 58,500, a little bit more expensive, still 98 horsepower. But this is the one that I don't know why. This just Wow. Anyway, so again, 3-point link, yes or no on the front. Michelin, Vredestein, just those two, Michelin and Vredestein. Standard or wheel weights on the rear. Those are the options on both of those, I think. Yep. Bull bar, yes or no if you don't go for the 3-point link. Front weight options again. And then rim colour choices. Then we go to the Tony 10900 TR, 72,500. The TGF 10900 was moved up from 75 horsepower to 98. All the rest of them moving forward are all 98 horsepower. So the Tony 10900 TR, 72,500. Bit of a higher cab on this one. Again, 3-point link option, yes or no. Trelleborg, Vredestein, standard wheel weights on the front. No twin options or anything on this one. Bull bar option, same thing. Front weight, yes, 200, 400, 600, and then rim colour. The 10900 SR, 78 grand, a bit more expensive again. I think this one articulates. We'll see when we drive them. I can't remember. I just bought them all out. And so, as you can see, options pretty much. We have got some tired choice differences, but 3-point link. If you put the 3-point link on, it takes away the option for the bull bar, obviously, because you've already got it. Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, and Vredestein, and back again. We've got standards and wheel weights, and I think that's on each one. I do like the Mitas on that, though. It's more of a lawn care kind of grass mowing type one, that. But that's nice. Bull bar, front weights again, and then rim colour. So that was the, what did we just do? That was the SR. The TTR, wasn't it? Yeah. The TTR, 83,500. Bit wider, bit bigger again. Same horsepower, same options. 3-point. Now this doesn't have tyre choice options on it though. So we go bull bar, yes or no. Front weight, yes or no. Wheel setup, we've got standard, weights, twins, or back, but no actual manufacturer options on that, which is weird actually. I don't know why on all the others it has, but this one it hasn't. In each of these as well, you sit a long way back. If you look at the design of them, and I think most of them as well, you've got the transmission tunnel, and you sit with your feet either side of it, almost like riding like a moped, or well, not a moped, so well, like a bike, I suppose, something like that. And then we've got rim colour option on that one. Then we move on to the Mark IIR and the Mark IVR. 89,500 for the Mark IIR. This is tracks on the rear. Again, 98 horsepower, 3-point link option on the front. Bull bar, yes or no if you don't have 3-point link. Weights, wheel setup, that's just on the front. You can have wheel weights or not. Again, there's no manufacturer options on the wheels, tyres on this one. We can change the main colour from the black on the Mark II. If you want to go with the red, you can with the tracks, and then rim colour again. And then we move on to the Mark IVR, and that's tracks all round. These are very narrow compared to some of the other ones that as we kind of went up the range, they got wider and bigger. These get much narrower, the 2R and the 4R. Again, 3-point link front and rear, front as well as rear. Bull bar, yes or no if you don't have that. Front weights, and there's no tyre choices because it's tracks all round. Those are the 10 vehicles. 13 is the highest slot count as we move up. So let's jump in this and look at that. It's only when you actually see the figure on it you realise just how small it is, but just... Horn, lights. Actually, I'm going to open this menu because I'm trying to think. Some of these have a folding various different bits. But that's the beauty of these bits of kit as well. The reason they're designed the way they are. Tight turning circles. First person. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, that's the Super Tigra 635. Move on to the Tigra car. We'll hop into that, start it up. Now this one, fold roll bar, puts that down the front. That was what made me think of it when I was using the other one as well, the flatbed one. It just gave me these kind of visions of the old transport vehicles. The mirrors and all these are absolutely spot on as well. Really detailed in the mirrors. But with this one, we can tip back, tip left, tip right. If we tip back, it does that. And then obviously tip left and right. If we go for right, Left is just the opposite of that. It does have a rear trailer hitch, so you can hook trailers up to it as well. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, I know it's fairly flat for me coming out here. It's not a hilly map by any means. But what I did was I grabbed the other one with the flatbed. The flatbed has straps, as you can see. I've got an IBC of herbicide strapped onto the back of that. I also brought the trailer out with bales. So if you're doing animal work, this is perfect for doing that. You know, you could have one for putting bits of feed in. You can stick bales in that as well if you want. But that one does come with straps. But with 6 bales on the back of this trailer and the IBC, and it pulled it no problem. But then, like I say, it's not a hilly map. Let's back up. We can fold the roll bar again. No, I don't think we have a tip option. We'll just unload here. That's interesting. Let's do straps off. I wonder what will happen if I do unload here. It still has an unload. Ah, okay, but it just unloads at the rear. I wonder if it will just get shot of this. Not really. But if you had a round bale on there, you could roll the round bale off. But yeah, they're brilliant. It's very versatile bit of kit. So there you go. That's the Tigre car 3200 GST. Top out of that. Out of it, off of it. Probably off of it more than out of it. Next up then, we have got the TTR 4400. Let's hop on this one. This one we can fold the roll bar. I mean, that's roll bar ROPS system. It's the rollover protection system. So if that was to roll over, that's supposed to protect your head and neck from crush injuries and things like that. They don't hang about getting up to speed either. I'm not going to lie. They're, you know, first person. I'm just. I know it's ridiculous. I'm just smiling like an idiot. I think they look great. Have I mentioned that? Horn. Now, it does say change driving direction. So if you were doing mowing with a small mower or mulching or something like that. I will do that. If we do it now. There we go. So we can change driving direction. I think a lot of them we can. That's cool. So after the 4400, we've now got the 7600 Infinity. First with the cab, so for inclement weather. Lovely. Interior looks like this. Again, very nicely detailed. So I mean about they get up to speed really quickly. 24 miles an hour as well. It's no slouch, this one. Beacon, I do like that. Air conditioning unit on the top as well for that warm weather work. Lights, horn. There's no doors or anything that open, but we can change driving direction on this one as well. These do have quite a long bonnet, but then I think because of the driving position, even with it round this way, you're still a fair way away from the window, I guess. But yeah, I mean, whichever way round you'd rather have it. Visibility is good all round. Let's switch that again. Now these have no problem at all with things like if you've got a trailer of grapes or whatever you've got. They seem to have a lot of low-end grunt. I mean, to be fair as well, 98 horsepower. I mean, this one that's 75. Is the next one 98? I'm trying to think which ones they were now. But for a small package like these, having 98 horsepower, that's a lot of grunt for a small vehicle, I guess. But yeah, they'll tow no problem at all. Obviously, the steeper the hill, the harder that's going to be. But that's kind of the way things are. Beacons off, engine off. On to the next one. So this is the TGF 10900R, and I just I'm beacon on the rear, lights, horn. Does that change? No, this one doesn't have change of driving direction. I mean, this only does 24 miles an hour as well, but it's just, like I say, it just feels like, just the look of it, it's moving fast. It's like its hair is blowing back in the wind. Not that I know I haven't had hair for years, but gorgeous. Inside, very compact unit. And like I say, mirrors, crystal clear. So we go from the TGF to the Tony. We've got three Tonys, the TR, SR and TTR. We're going to start with the TR, the 10900 TR. Beacon on the roof, lights. Now this one, the light package seems a lot a lot brighter. There are more lights on this, I think. Interior, we've got a little bit of a bump there, so you can kind of see a little bit better out the front. Again, very nicely made and detailed. I went for front 3-point link on this one. Don't think I went for any weights on it. But we do have change driving direction on these as well. It's not something I use very often. There's quite a few tractors that do it, but I've just never really bothered with it. I don't know why. So that one was the TR. This one is the SR. This one is a bit narrow, I think. I'm just trying to. I'm looking at the differences between the TR, the SR. Is it a bit narrower? Or am I just imagining that? Maybe. This one has got those nice lawn tyres though. Maybe a little bit lower. Doesn't have a beacon on this one though. Does still have a lot of lights around it though. Lighting's good, and like I say, those tyres look fantastic. But this one does articulate, as you can see. We've got a twist on well, an articulation point is what it is. Whereas the other one just had steering, this one articulates. So that's another reason why it's different. We do have change driving direction on this too. I think I was going to say was things like, well, mulching, that kind of thing. I did grab a couple of bits just so we can see it, but if I swing round, start the mulcher, drop it down. As you can see, they fit through no problem at all. I think I put them as close as you can. I'm pretty sure I put them fairly close. I do like, as you're moving as well, not only have you got articulation that way, there's a bit of kind of roll in the joint as well. But yeah, I mean, obviously the grass where I planted the stuff there, let's put the mulch on there. There we go, now we're mulching. So, very nice indeed. I've lost my thread. Was that the SR or the TTR? I think that was the SR, yeah. The TTR is wider again. If we look at the cab on the TTR, let's talk about that one. No, that way. The cab on the TTR is much bigger than the cab on this one, as you can see. Sits higher with the twin wheel option on this one as well. Seems to have a longer front end. The nose a little bit longer on this one. I don't think this one articulates though. We do have beacons front and rear on this one. Yeah, it's just front steer. I went with the twins. You don't have to have the twins, but I went with the twins in this. Yeah, this one's got a much bigger cab on it. Yeah, the lighting is very good on these. Change driving direction as well. I know you've seen me do it loads of times, but... There we go. So the beacon up on that. That was the TTR. Now the Mach 2R. Tracks on the rear, tyres on the front, beacon on the roof. It's a little bit smaller than the 4R. Does sound great. We do have changed driving direction on this one as well. This one is front wheel steer. Brilliant. Oh dear. Anyway, and then the 4R is tracks all round, and I think the articulates as well. If I'm not mistaken. See how narrow that is. Peak on the roof. Lighting. Pretty cool. Horn. It's pretty cool. Kind of like a sunroof, but not. We do have changed driving direction on this one too, as well. Like I say, yeah, this one's 4 tracks and it articulates as well. Nice tight turning circles on them. Just a cracking pack of stuff. And like I say, you know, even if doing the grapes and olives and stuff is not your cup of tea, you can appreciate what's gone into these. And obviously the manufacturer themselves, the vehicles, their uses and utilities, and it might be you want to do a storyline where you're doing like grass work around villages and towns and the houses, and you might be doing down the sides of roads and stuff like that, so you can get yourself some small mowers and things. These are very small. They'll go onto very small trailers. They, you know, you can pack them up nice and small. So I mean, it wouldn't just be for great work and stuff like that, but they, all that aside, it's a great pack. It's really nice. But I can understand if people, you know, if it's not their cup of tea, totally get that. Actually, because we're nice and narrow, I don't want going down that big one there. We'll finish off. We'll do a bit of spray. Let's go down through here. And there we go. That's the Antonio Carraro pack. Pack 1 of the Year 1 Season Pass. Separate DLC if you do want to buy it is €9.99 in euros, and then whatever that will be if you want to get it. Really nice stuff. Looks great, runs great, with some really nice options. I do wonder sometimes why Giants, I'm trying to think if we've ever had a Giants mod where it has opening doors and windows. We don't usually get those things as options. Again, this one, 26 miles an hour, doesn't hang about. And that's the pack, with its slot counts and a few different things they can do. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.